Senator Martin Conway, you have 4 minutes to make your...
And I'd like to welcome the Minister to the House. The local area improvement scheme is something that was introduced last year by the Department of the Environment. And to be fair, there are many such schemes that the Department operate in conjunction with local authorities. This particular scheme, I'm not sure how many million, I think it might have been 7 million, was made available. And what it did was it equipped the local authority with small budgets that it could in turn engage in a cooperative fashion with local community groups in an effort to make the environment cleaner and to improve public areas. This particular scheme in Clare was very successful because what the Council were able to do was they were able to enter into partnership arrangements with community groups who improved public areas that the Council necessarily wouldn't have had the resources to do it themselves. The budget that Clare County Council got, had they put it into one project, yes, it would have worked, but what they decided to do was split it up and give it in the form of grants, as far as I'm aware, to community groups. And as a result, there was a much greater spread in terms of bang for the buck, as they say. And I think the scheme is a great scheme. I don't believe that there has been any announcement yet of a follow-on scheme for this year. But given the fact that it was so successful last year, I would be urging the Minister to announce a similar scheme for this year.
Thank you very much, Senator, for raising this, and it is a very important issue. And it is the public area enhancement scheme is an area in which I'm a huge supporter myself. I thank the Senator for providing me with the opportunity to address the House on the success of the public area enhancement scheme. As the Senator is aware, in March of last year, the then Minister for the Environment, Community and Local Government announced a sum of approximately 3 million would be available to local authorities for a dedicated public area enhancement scheme. Following on from the success of Gathering Ireland in 2013, towns and cities across the country were hoping for another very successful tourist season in 2014. However, last year was a challenging year for local authorities in terms of managing their public spaces due to the exceptionally inclement weather conditions experienced. In light of this, the Minister announced that additional once-off funding was to be provided to support local authorities' efforts to maintain and present their public areas. The Minister was conscious that this effort would maximise the economic benefits that would result from increased visitors to towns, cities and counties and enhance the overall experience of those visitors. The Public Area Enhancement Scheme supported community efforts by providing a grant funding to local authorities for the purpose of enhancing public areas before and during the summer tourist season. The scheme provided funding additional to that provided for in 2014 local authority budgets for such work. The provisional grant to local authorities in respect of this scheme was conditional upon 25% matching funding being provided by the local authorities themselves. While funds were provided to city and county councils only, town and borough councils were also assisted in their efforts to improve and enhance their public spaces by the respective county councils. The Department was not prescriptive in the works to be undertaken. Suggestions included additional support for initiatives such as Local Tidy Towns Committee, improvement works to public parks and recreational walking areas, cleaning and tidying of older graveyards, cleaning and making safe derelict buildings. Local authorities were asked to undertake works in cooperation with local community efforts wherever possible. The scale and variety of work undertaken by local authorities demonstrated the success of the scheme, with all local authority areas benefiting from the enhancements. As the scheme was conceived in response to the extreme weather experience in 2014, it was designed to be a once-off intervention. The question as to whether the scheme may have a role to play in the future will be kept under review by the Minister, having regard to the needs that may arise and the available resources. Thank you.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I suppose it was a bit wishful thinking on my part. Okay, like that the Minister might come in and announce the scheme today. But anyway,
as you know, one should follow their dreams. So.
I do appreciate that she's delivering the message, and I also appreciate her own support of the scheme, which I think was a very good scheme, and it would be nice to see a rerun of it.
Thank you, Senator.